What up, Terrapins? Welcome or welcome back to the channel. My name is E, and this is Turtle Wandering. It is hot as all get out around here. I don't know about you, but here on the East Coast, it is ridiculous. And I know it is in a lot of parts of the country. So I figured I'd jump on here for a few minutes and just do a short video and talk a little bit about ways to enjoy the outdoors when it is ridiculously hot in a way that's still going to be enjoyable and keep you safe. So step one is making sure that you are staying hydrated. So bringing a water bottle of some sort. This time of year, I like to bring something like a Hydro Flask. This just happens to be the one that I grabbed, but what I like about it is that it is insulated, and that allows things to stay cold a little bit longer. So like I've been out right now for a little bit over an hour, and my drink is still pretty cool, which tastes like really refreshing. You can get cheaper bottles like Hydro Flask, because it's a name brand, is kind of expensive, same with Yeti and a few others. But honestly, one of my favorite insulated bottles I got at Target, and I think I maybe spent $10 for it, which again, for some people is a little pricey. So, if what you've got is a plastic water bottle that you've gotten from a convenience store or from a pack, that's fine too. What I would suggest you do, keep some water bottles in the freezer, and then as they're melting down, they're going to stay nice and cold longer, and again, that's going to stay really refreshing. Plus, while you're walking, if you start feeling hot, you can put it behind your neck, and that's going to help cool you down as well. The other thing is that I tend to use a hip belt this time of year as opposed to a backpack. So backpacks are great, and you can carry a lot of stuff in them, and they've come a long way with having things that you can like keep it separated from your back as much, and it doesn't matter. You still just end up being a hot, sweaty mess. It's pretty terrible. So, just wearing something like a fanny pack is a great choice. And again, something you don't have to spend a lot of money on. Honestly, you can find them pretty cheap at like places like Five Below or some other sort of a hip pack. Again, if you need something like really cheap, get some string and just kind of attach it to like a belt loop on your shorts, so you've got something to hold on to. Because in addition to water, having a snack might be a good idea, because oftentimes you end up like feeling like you're burning a lot of extra energy while you're out here. I think it's because of all the sweating and stuff. So you just might get a little hungry, and being able to have like a granola bar or a snack bar or like a pack of nuts or something like that, along with like maybe holding your keys is good. One of the other big things too, honestly, is that your clothing and what you choose to wear can be critically important during these times of year when it's super hot. So for instance, I am somebody who is exceptionally self-conscious about my upper arms. So traditionally I wear short sleeve shirts. The longer the better, so closer to my elbow makes me more comfortable. That being said, you can probably see in this I'm wearing a sleeveless shirt, and that's because it is hot. Now, you also want to make sure you're wearing sunscreen, because everybody, including, yes, my melanated brothers, sisters, and non-binary siblings, we too need sunscreen. While our incidences of skin cancer are less, we can still get skin cancer, so we want to be wearing sunscreen. That being said, getting that extra sun to absorb that vitamin D, which is also important, is critical. Plus, again, just not having as much on is going to feel better. And then in this case, I'm wearing like a nice wicking running shirt, and then the base layer I have from cycling, so I'm just kind of like repurposing something from my cycling gear. But any sort of wicking tee, you can get them pretty cheap at like Walmart, Target, any sort of department store. You don't have to spend a lot of money for anything technical, but having that, and then whatever you wear on your lower body, that's kind of up to you and your personal comfort. So if you want to wear shorts, that's great. If you're going to be spending time in the woods, some people prefer to wear maybe like a really light but longer pant in order to keep ticks at bay, or maybe not from getting bit up by mosquitoes or whatever. But definitely you want a lighter material. So whether you wear pants or shorts, you want to leave the jeans at home, because those are just going to be absolutely brutal this time of year. If you've got a good walking sandal, and I think that's the key, is it's got to be something that's good for walking. Same thing, they make some good walking flip-flops, so do you, but if you're going to be outside for a while, you want to make sure that it's going to be a comfortable footwear that's going to be supportive, unless you're somebody who maybe you've developed the muscles in your feet, and if you want to walk barefoot or wear like a really cool barefoot shoe, you can also do that as well. So, you know, I'm not one of those folks that believes like, oh, you've got to wear something built up. It can be something a little bit smaller, a little bit more minimalistic. You just want to make sure though that your feet are up to it. I would say the last part of all this that I think honestly is the most important is that when it's crazy hot out here, know your limits, know what your body can tolerate. You know, it's better to get outside for 15 minutes and enjoy it than to try to be like, I've got to be out for an hour no matter what, and you end up being hot and miserable, or even worse yet, sick. You know, each person's body is a little different, what they can tolerate. Some people can tolerate heat no problem. Other folks, it's not good for them. Also, depending on what medications you're on, some really reduce the incidence of like how much heat you can tolerate. I know when I was still doing direct therapy work and we used to take kids out to camp in the summertime, we had to be really mindful of the medication that our young people were on, because for some of them, they could get really, really sick. And so we really wanted to make sure we were giving them a lot of shade and extra water and stuff, and even had like some safety plans for getting kids indoors if it looked like that they were getting overheated. So, you know, listen to yourself, listen to your body, don't force it, and just, you know, enjoy the time out there that you can manage. So really that's it. Like I said, I told you this was going to be a short one. Certainly got some other stuff going on later this summer. Should be releasing another video soon about my trip doing the Pennsylvania Permanent Ride against cancer. And then I've got a couple other great adventures that are coming up later on this summer. So in the meantime, I really appreciate you watching. If you like this content, hit subscribe and hit that bell for those notifications. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later, Terrapins.